But, you know, Jim Scott from Channel 17, I had an interview right prior to coming here to the event, and he asked me, why run for state office? You know, here you are, you're a teacher, you seem to have your life put together, everything is going good to you, you have the comforts of life. Why put yourself and go through this? And I said, that's a very good question. And that's the same question that I had to answer myself prior to telling Shannon and Mark, yes, I'm willing to go through it again. But you know, when we look at history, great men and great women, they took the risks, and change took place because they decided to step out of their comfort zone. Imagine, I tell people this, imagine had Christopher Columbus decided to stay in his own comfort and said, you know what, I'm too scared to navigate the oceans, the dangers that are out there. At that time, they believed, many of them believed, that the earth was flat, and that if you navigated a few miles outside the ocean, you would encounter sea monsters. So the fear was there. But Christopher Columbus said, you know what, I'm willing to risk my life and to find a new way to reach India. Europeans wanted to get to China and India. And you know what, they risked everything. And when we look here, America here, the pioneers that came in and they risked their lives as they expanded west, and they crossed through hostile territory, the weather, enemies, wild animals. Yet they risked their lives, and some of them lost their lives. They lost everything. But they got out of their comfort zones, and because they did, positive change took place. And Kevin and Shannon have mentioned that we're at a critical time right now. We can choose to sit still and do nothing, or we can choose to step into the fight right now before it gets even worse. We're at a point, at a critical time. And that's why I made the decision. Yes, I told Jim Scott, you know what, it's true. I could have stayed there with my 40 plus students and help them and affect their lives. But when I talked to my colleagues, they said, Pedro, if you get to be an assemblyman, if you get up there, you can help not just the 40 kids plus, but you can help kids throughout the state. You can help bring change, positive change. And that's why I'm in this fight. And I'm gonna be there. I have the backbone. I give you my word that I will be truthful to my principles. I will be truthful to the principles upon which this country was established. I will be truthful and sincere to the godly principles that have been instilled in me. And many people, last night I went to an event that J.P. Lake invited me down here at Chad Hathaway's house. Lots of people there. And one gentleman came up to me and he says, Pedro, why don't you just come out and just attack, and take down Rudy Salas. I'm tired of hearing what he's saying about you. And I just listened, and listened, and listened. And I said, look, I said, Adam, we're here just momentarily here on earth. Unfortunately, some of these folks they have a scorched earth type policy, willing to do whatever it takes to win. I want to be able to look at Rudy Salas when we beat him and say, Rudy, I beat you fair and square. We stay focused on the issues. We have stayed focused in talking about water, jobs, and other things, the economy, things that are affecting us, schools. We're sticking to that, and that has been our campaign. We got so many things that we can bring out and trash Rudy Salas with. But you know what? We abide by higher principles. We abide by higher standards. And I'm not willing to get down to his level. It's that simple.